Hello and welcome to Socks Addicts Podcast. Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
What up? What is up? We have Willie with us here today.
Yay.
Willie
What's up?
Epting Jr.
Our
What's
brother
up,
of baseball.
Shake
sissies?
Back, Shake Back Media Group. You
That's
know,
what it is.
Brothers of Baseball, all of
Yes.
those things. And we've been on his show many times, and it is always a good time. We appreciate you.
Yes. Same here. Thank you guys for having me. It's about time.
Yes. Yes, I know. Sorry. I mean, just say I'm coming on this time. Like we do Sunday nights. If you just want to be there, just be there. Just tell me, be
Works
like,
for
send me the
me.
link. Boom, you're on. That's how easy it is. So, how is everybody's day? Let's start with that because
Well, mine
let's
was
let's
going
say how
good
the day was
until
before the game. Yeah, let's start from before the
I
game.
was going to say mine was going good until that game. But other than that, yeah, it was a decent game, a decent day. I was fine. And then we blew a 5-0 lead and I was not fine.
Yeah, that that blue. I feel like I sound weird, but so Willie is an A's fan.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And
So yeah, go ahead.
going into Wednesday night game against the Rangers down the street in Arlington, we had come in on a 4-game winning streak, but it looks like that's about to end.
Mm, mm. So we had that series with us up over there, the Red Sox playing against the A's. I didn't want to like jinx it, so I didn't say we are going to sweep. But you know, how did that
We
feel?
did, but it wasn't easy.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
I was watching the game that Stripling pitched, and he pitched a pretty good game against I forgot who was on the bump for you guys, but um a- coming out of that series, I looked at the A's and I said, you know what? They may not have the most talented roster out there, but they play hard. They play
Mm-hmm.
really hard. And that's all you can ask for, whether your talent level is that of the Braves or the Dodgers, or if your talent is that of what the A's have. Just go out there and play hard, and that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you become an A's fan?
I
Because you
grew up
are from Texas. So.
well, I grew up the first part of my life in Oakland.
I was going to say,
Oh.
because he's a Raiders fan too. So I figured there had to be some
Oh.
Oakland roots somewhere
Okay.
because he's an
I
Oakland
don't
Raiders
know
fan and he's an Oakland A's fan. So
how did I
I've been
miss this? I
thinking.
just thought it was something like I don't know,
So
just
I've been
happened.
thinking there had to be some Oakland roots somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
So yeah, I grew up the first part of my life in Oakland, East Oakland, the infamous East Oakland. So, excuse me, the A's were the first team in any sport that I fell in love with first. And my dad and my uncle had started a semi-pro baseball team in Oakland while we were out there. And so they would play against other clubs around the Bay Area. And they were really good. They were really, really good. And there were a lot of players that played on the Giants that they knew. There were a lot of players that played on the A's that they both knew. And that's where it started. And that's where it is now. And that's where it's going to be forever.
Wow.
Awesome.
That is interesting. So how what age were you when you moved to Texas?
Oh, please. I've been in Texas for what, 27 years? So
Oh, okay. So you were an adult. You were way adult. So you lived your most your childhood growing up in Oakland?
no, I lived the first part out there and then the middle part in Louisiana,
Oh, where at in Louisiana?
Wow.
Monroe, Louisiana.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I hated every second of it.
Oh, I bet.
I was
Except for the
like,
food. You like the food's good.
I
Come
mean,
on.
yeah,
Limited.
but it I
It's yeah.
hated every, you know what?
Yeah.
I hated every second of it because I remember, I shouldn't say every second of it, but let me just say this. I got cracked on a lot for my Cali accent.
Oh.
And I still get cracked on a lot for my Cali accent.
Cali accent is no accent, right?
No, it's different
Fair.
parts. Like
Okay.
Oakland has like the North Bay has, or the NorCal has a kind of a twang, and then LA their R's are more R, where ours are
Do they
R.
talk like, yeah, dude? Do they talk like
No,
that?
no,
Okay.
those are surfers.
Oh, okay. I like the stereotype. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah, those are surfers. Those are the dudes that wear
Cowabunga, those guys.
exactly.
Yeah.
They still wearing Panama Jack
Wait,
shorts.
so you don't have long, blonde, flowy hair?
I did. I cut it off. I cut it off and I dyed it.
Oh,
Got
okay.
it. Got it.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Well, have you ever surfed?
Does the bathtub count?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, well then, yeah, all the time.
Beyonce says it is. So.
Yeah, all the time. Then, if that's the case, no, I've never
Yeah.
surfed. I've never tried to surf. I don't even know how to swim.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm not a very
Yeah, you don't want to
strong
surf
swimmer
if you
either.
can't swim. Yeah, it's well, the waves. That's scary. Anyway, I'm scared of sharks, so I'm not about that life. I'm not scared of gators as much, which is crazy because there's probably more chance of them getting me when I'm in Texas, Louisiana. But yeah, so you lived in Monroe till what age?
25.
Wow. Then you moved to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and was it the Dallas area?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
20. What? How old is my boy? Oldest boy? He just turned 26, so it's been 26 years.
wow.
27 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you seem very Dallas to me. Like you fit in.
I can fit in anywhere.
It's not a bad thing. Like
I was gonna
that's
say
a-
Willie can fit in anywhere.
It's cool there. Yeah, you could fit in anywhere. You could go anywhere.
And I've had to.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a crazy ride.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know why I've never asked these things. I've known you for a while and I've not asked you any of these questions.
You
Perfect.
never care.
I knew there had to be Oakland roots because I was like,
Yeah.
he likes the Oakland Raiders and he's an Oakland A's fan, so there has to be Oakland roots somewhere for him to like both teams. You know, I knew there had to be something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Interesting.
Hashtag rooted in Oakland.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice. I don't know. Might go. It's possible. Go to LA for Dodgers Red Sox game. I've only been to San Diego when I've gone to California. That's the only place I've been over there.
Yeah, San Diego's beautiful.
Oh, I love San Diego. Love it so much. So yeah, so we had that A's series and pretty much our West Coast ended up being not too bad.
And then we can't win a game at home.
Went at home. Yeah, I went to the home opener yesterday. And it was a wonderful, beautiful day, not cold, like, not as cold as it can be. And it was super fun, but also very, well, and sad. I mean, it was because they did the stuff.
For Wakefield.
Mm-hmm. And then Larry Lucchino, and then just the 2004 Red Sox were there. And it was an emotional thing, but also just being in the park. It was such a beautiful day. So it tired me. I was in pain by the time I got home. I was in pain this morning from walking and wearing those sparkly boots. I don't know. I just had to do it. Christina knows what it's like. Yeah. I mean, I had to wear my ruby slippers. I had to click my heels 3 times and end up at Fenway Park. No place like home.
Yeah, my sparkly boots days behind me.
Oh man, we left them in California.
I teach in heels all day long, and the other teachers don't understand how I do it, but I love my heels.
They're not. These boots are actually not that uncomfortable, but after wearing them and then walking miles and miles to your car, that's But it was a good time. Tonight's game, I only got to listen to it, so Christina, you'll have to fill me in on.
Well, I mean, like I said, it started off good. We were winning 5-0. Crawford got out of 2 really jams, bases loaded, got out of the inning. Next inning, bases loaded, and that was the 4th inning. 5th inning, bases loaded again. Got out of the inning, so that he got out of it. Bullpen just wasn't as strong as they normally are. Martin really had a meltdown on the mound more than what he ever does. I mean, he's usually very, very consistent. But I will say this, because I know everybody was all upset with Martin. There was a lot of people on Twitter like, oh, he didn't look like himself. He had a meltdown. He was all over the place, and he was. But some of his pitches that were wild pitches, and yes, they go as wild pitches, and I get that, but Wong should have still had them. They were not that wild that Wong could not get them. But Wong, I love Wong, but he is not a very good defensive catcher. He comes in clutch for us as a hitter sometimes, but he's so small, and I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. That's just me. But like, he doesn't cover that much. So it's like that ball that went under and the guy scored, literally he could have had it. Yes, it was a wild pitch, but it wasn't like way over his head or way out. Like other catcher, like I think McGuire would have had it. Veritek when he was catching definitely would have had that. Vasquez definitely would have had it. It's he just, So
you think McGuire is better than Wong defensively?
McGuire's bigger target.
Yeah, but last year Wong was definitely superior to him defensively. He's getting people
Wong
out.
has a better arm.
Better arm for sure. Yes, for sure, better arm. Maybe the catching part. McGuire did something over the offseason because he has been better. And that's been shocking, of course.
Wong has always been a better hit. Well, like last season was a better hitter than McGuire, had a better arm than McGuire. McGuire just blocks the better coverage. So you're damned if you do. You either, you're gonna I just wish we had a catcher that could do all of it. Why can't you be a good hitter, have a good arm, and block? Our Campbell was off today too.
Oh, I really like him though. Well,
I like Campbell a lot. He was just off today. So I'm saying that today they were not. Campbell and Martin were not the same Campbell and Martin we've seen, is what I'm trying to say. Today was just an off day for them. It happens. I don't expect them to be perfect every time they come out. Errors still hurt us again.
Yeah,
little bobbles in the outfield. I mean,
did you watch the whole game, Willie? Did you watch the whole game, or just part of it?
Me, I watched the whole game. And in that inning where all those pass balls and wild pitches and everything else, in the middle of that was catcher interference too. That was big.
Who did that? Wong?
Yeah.
Oh no,
that was all in that same inning.
But I will say this about you guys: that freaking Duran. That dude can play.
Yeah, he can. He's fast. He is so fast, and he's big, and he's probably he's very good.
But he can play. He's athletic, and he goes all out. He goes 100%. So I'm not worried about him.
And your boy was able to put down the Twinkie and get him a Jimmy Jack.
Yeah. I mean, he actually had always been pretty fit, but he got fit. He got big, and to run that fast, being that bulky, is always like a mystery to me. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, Tristan Costas there. I think that opposite field shot that was majestic.
He is majestic. I say Costas is majestic.
Yeah.
When he first hit that, though, I did not think it was going out. I was like, I thought it was going to hit off the wall, like a double maybe. And then it was gone. I was like, oh shit, that's a home run. Like, because the way when it first hit, it was like, but having a 5-0 lead and then losing it was.
Yeah. I thought it was all good. And then I get a text from Mike, and he's like, this game sucks. And I'm like, oh, what happened? What happened? Because we were just winning. What happened? Like, oh man. Yeah. I mean, we've just had some bad.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What did you say, Mel?
I was saying that I was either driving home or leaving, and all of a sudden I get a text from Mike saying this game sucks or something like that. And we were winning when I was listening to it. So I was like, what do you mean? Because it was slightly behind, because I'm just listening. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what happened?
Mhm.
And then he told me about that home run. And I was like, great, that's awesome. Yay. I mean, this has just been a week. Like, I got to the park yesterday and we hear that Trevor's going to be out for, ever like that it was serious.
Essentially the rest of the year.
That's it. The rest
And
of the season.
then hearing about Pavetta being injured, which maybe isn't as bad. Maybe it's a strain. But it was like, oh, wow. But the Romy Gonzalez is good. I'm not saying he's not.
He did really well today. Like, I mean,
but
he had a
I'm
really
very
nice
excited.
shot. The guy caught it against the wall, which was an amazing catch by the by the Oriole. I mean, it really was.
Yeah.
But I think Bowser.
Oh, did you see that catch that the second baseman against the wall over by first? He caught it yesterday.
Tony Kemp.
And got him out. Yeah, he's just slid like into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was one of the most impressive things. And like, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I mean,
and do you know what he got? Do you know what he got for his troubles?
What?
He got sent down to AAA because they called up Jackson Holiday.
Oh, so he's the one that got sent down.
Yeah.
So yesterday when I was on the field before the game, like the workers, whatever, came up and they're picking things off the ground. I was like, oh, I'm on your way. They're like, oh, we're just making sure because we are putting up new things. There's no screws and stuff in case somebody slides into the wall. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then, just thinking like, I wonder how often it happens. This guy slides into the wall. And it happened that day. And what if he hadn't picked up a screw? He'd have one in his leg or something.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I wanted to circle back to what Chris was talking about in terms of Costas' home run.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell when an opposite shot is gonna actually be out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because it's just, especially in Boston with the monster, right? But I think he knew it from the jump. And this is the thing about the Red Sox is that you guys came in with the fourth best batting average with runners in scoring position or runners on base. The bullpen was like one of the top 5 in bullpen ERA so far this year. I think the errors from yesterday kind of carried over to today, and they were just so untimely. I mean, you can't be a team that many people consider to not be a contender, but make errors like that and then expect to win. It just can't happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think Chris is frozen.
Yeah, I think she is frozen. Are you there, Chris? Christina, are you there? Hello?
Yeah.
I think okay, there you are.
Could you hear me? I'm here.
No, you're frozen for a while.
I'm here.
Because I was like,
you all have been frozen this whole time. Willie sounds like a robot, but it's me. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's your internet because you're looking like glitchy.
I'm sorry.
Might just it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No,
it happens.
Hey, I'm always the one. It's usually me. So
this is very true.
Yeah, it's usually me. Like that time that I was on your show, and I think we had Gabby Hurlbutt. Was it that day? Yes, and I couldn't even say not one word. I just got to sit there and listen to everybody, which I actually liked a lot because I always get like, oh, I don't have to say anything. Like I'll go on a podcast. I'll be invited on a podcast. I'll be like, I don't even have to say anything. I'll just sit there. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of a few times that happened to you.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. I had some technical difficulties for a while. I don't know how I fixed them, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's my middle name, technical difficulties.
Yep. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, no. Back what you're saying. I mean, yeah, it's hard to tell, but it was just I don't know. Today's game was actually harder for me. Huh?
Costas, like he knows when he's doing like he said that he knew that was going to be out. I mean, he can see balls and strikes. Like he's always right about that. Like he will call it to the ump. He'll say it. and he
Yeah,
doesn't
but today,
argue.
for the first time, he was wrong. He was mad. I was like, buddy, that was a strike.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
strike. You should have
Okay.
sang.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. Yeah.
He got struck out. I was like, no, buddy, that was a strike. And I laughed because I yelled at the TV. I was like, Casas, that was a strike. Stop. He was like shaking his head. He doesn't argue, but he was like shaking his head. It's like nobody.
Yeah.
And then I laughed because I get on Twitter and our friend Jordan put like, yes, it was Casa. It was a strike. I'm like, see, even Jordan saw it. I'm telling you, it was a strike.
Yeah. I got to see Jordan yesterday. Shout out to Jordan. But yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That ump had a couple of bad innings there. I mean, he was calling strikes balls and ball strikes.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And that one where the Orioles had the bases loaded and he called a strike when it was clearly a ball. And that was before the comeback.
Yeah.
Well, I might not be mad about that.
Yeah. I'll take that.
I saw something.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna complain. No, but
Yeah.
I get it.
I saw something on Twitter yesterday. Everybody, you guys know about Angel Hernandez, right?
Oh yeah.
They were saying
yes.
This guy.
They were saying that Angel Hernandez's calls and eyes are so bad that he missed the eclipse on Monday.
Yeah.
Are you sure he had to look straight at an eclipse before, and that's what?
That may be the problem. I was out there looking at it with the naked eye with my sunglasses on.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I would just stayed in bed. I did not care about that eclipse. I'm like, whatever.
Oh my gosh, Chris, did you see it? Your students.
Yeah. Well,
right?
We all had glasses because they were donated. The Ganedo Education Foundation donated glasses to all our kiddos, and so we were out there and they loved it. So
it was incredible. It was, and you know what? That's the third time I've seen an eclipse in my lifetime.
Wow.
Was there one in the 80s? Because I remember my mom having me go outside and put her welding hat on, and I looked at it, and she was like, "It's an eclipse," and I barely remember it. But was that in the 80s? Was the first one in the 80s that you saw?
The first one I saw is when we lived in California, and it was a solar eclipse like this one was.
Yeah, and that's us. It was probably, I guess, in the 80s, because I think I was like 6 or something, maybe younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my mom she was a welder, and she gave me her welder hat, and I got to look at it. I didn't even know what I was looking at. I'm like, okay, Mom, whatever.
I thought you were gonna say she was so that makes you almost a coal miner's daughter.
Well, she did that for a short time. She did a lot of things. That's just one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We won't talk about the other things, but yeah. Oh Lord, I'm deliriously tired.
It's late. So Willie, since did you see our game yesterday also?
I saw some of it. Let me tell you guys, I have the jailbroken Fire Stick, right?
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So I can put up to 4 games on one screen. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, today or before I came on with you guys, I had the Red Sox game up, I had the A's game up, and I had the game up between the Padres and the Cubs. And I don't know what's going on with the Cubs, but they better get their stuff together because I picked them to win the NL Central. But yeah, I saw. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to see. I got to see bits and pieces of it, and knowing that I was going to be coming on with you guys, I wanted to at least check in with the highlights because, like I said earlier, the errors in that game, man, you just can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's been killing us. Every game we've lost has been because of errors. Mm-hmm. Errors have been killing us, and they killed us again today. So it just, I don't know. They need to get their crap together. And
do you feel like it's one particular person out there that's making the most errors?
Well, no. I mean, today was like there was a bobble by O'Neill. Like he just, and that was, the other game, remember what against the Angels was Carita, Devers had the error at
Oh,
third
yeah.
base. They got the 2. That's how we lost that game. We would have won 1-0. We lost 2-1, And then I know Duran had the error yesterday, but I'm going to say it's not like one particular one. It's just errors. Our defense is just making errors, like silly little errors. And then today, the catcher's interference, that's an error on Wong. And yes, the wild pitches. And then those pass balls, those were all, it looked horrible. That inning looked horrible, Mel. It was a horrible inning.
Yeah.
It was the most jacked up inning I've seen in a long time.
Mm.
And it was ridiculous. And then, me, I love Masa, but he has not done anything lately. I love him.
Yeah.
He is, I've loved him since we first got him last season, but he is not coming through. He's not, he just keeps either, pulling the ball and grounding out, or hitting into double plays. And Devers, something seems off with him. I think his shoulder still hurt because when he swings and he hits, he's not Devers. Something's up. I see it. Like when he swings and stuff, his shoulder, there's something still there. And so, Abreu, poor baby, but he doesn't come through when we need him to. It's just little things, but they all add up. And those errors add up, And yesterday's game sucked because it was the home opener, and yes, I wanted to win. But once we were down by the points we were down, I was like, we're not going to win this game. It's kind of, let's just enjoy the game just because we've got baseball Fenway, but it's not
exactly.
Today's game really made me mad because we had a 5-0 lead. Those games make me more mad. When we're getting our asses handed to us, I can just laugh about it, like whatever. They just beat us. But when you have a 5-0 lead and you blow it, then that makes me more mad because, to me, they've proven they're really good at beating themselves this year. Like I said, the error against the Angels cost us that game. The error, the Mariners, when we messed up, that cost us that game. That extra inning game, remember? And then where Julio, had the walk-off with the Mariners, when we played the Mariners. So it just feels like we're really good at beating ourselves. I don't mind if the team, don't get me wrong, the Orioles are an amazing team, but they are.
I didn't really have a lot of high hopes when I knew we were playing the Orioles. I was like, oh, the Orioles, they're great.
They are.
But I will say that as far as our starting pitching has been crazy surprising, because my hopes were almost non-existent for that.
Yeah.
So that's been good. I really thought that we wouldn't have a problem at all with our offense. I thought that we were just going to be hitting, and that hasn't been the case. So everything that I believed before the first game is kind of flip-flopped. But it's still better than I had imagined it would be.
Yes, and I agree totally with that.
But I think it's just when we see, we're like, wow, okay, we actually have some starting pitching, which now we're short, like with Pivetta out. I don't know what they'll do, if we'll just have TBD or what, but that it was like, wow, maybe something can happen. Maybe we can, be a team. But these errors are not good, not fun at all.
And I agree with you in that, and to some extent, I still think we need more pitching, but that's just me.
Definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, we needed more pitching before Pivetta.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah, and now, but I was like, okay,
I also think, and this is nothing, please don't come at me because it's not. I love Bayo. I do. And I do think he's our future. I think he's going to be, I think he has the makings to be like a Pedro Martinez. I do. But I don't think he's there now. I don't think he is.
Yeah, no.
He's still very young. He still gets in his head a lot. And I don't know how else to say that except for like when he gives up a home run, like I think it was maybe the Angels game. I could be so. Because I don't think it was I think it was the Angels. Maybe it was Oakland. I don't remember. But anyways, it was one of the West Coast games. I wish I could remember which one, but anyways, but he gives up a home run and then he tries to like overcompensate. Like he gets in his head a little bit too much,
That's
And,
immaturity.
and that's because he's
Mhm.
young. That is because he's young. When he gets a little bit more, he's going to have to learn to shake that off, forget it. Let's work on this batter stuff. And I know that's easy as a fan to say, but I'm just saying, my daughter was a pitcher all her life. She was a pitcher all through high school, pitched a little bit in college. And so that's what she had to learn was like, they're going to hit home runs off of you, baby girl, but then you've just got to shake it off. I would tell her, bye, deuces, like just tell the girl, okay, deuces, it's gone, work on this.
Yeah.
But that does come with maturity, and he still lacks that. So like when he walks a player or hits a player or they hit a home run, you can tell it takes him a while to get back in his rhythm. It throws him off a little bit because he's in his head too much. He still has to figure out how to just shake that out because baseball's such a mental game. It really is. And he needs to learn that. And that's what I said. I love him, and that will come with time. That being said, though, them putting everything on his shoulders is too much for him.
Yeah.
That's why we needed to go out and get another pitcher for our rotation to help him out, because just expecting Bayo to always win when he's pitching, I'm sorry, it's you can't do that. He's too young to have all that pressure on his shoulders, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
And Cutter Crawford, I mean, he didn't have a terrible game tonight. I mean, he gave up 4 walks and only had 2 hits against them. And you have to think that with Bailey, the new pitching coach that you guys have, who is a phenomenal pitcher in himself, they'll get that corrected. So you guys might actually have something with Cutter.
Yes, I agree.
I think that last game, not this one, but the one before, he did start to struggle after a little while.
He needs to build up his endurance, because by the 4th inning, he starts.
And that was the problem with Houck last year, and Houck has actually been dealing. So I'm glad to see that for sure, because Houck was that person that I felt like couldn't get past the 4th, or 3rd round. I mean,
third
inning. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they get into the
3rd inning.
Third inning. Yeah, for the most part, but this year, I love Houck.
Or the 3rd time to see the batters. Yeah, once they
definitely 3rd time to see the batter.
Yes,
and
I do. But that's something.
He's doing 5 or 6. I mean, I'm very pleasantly surprised to see that. And I'm happy. I did have the opinion that he should be in the pen, and I'm being proven wrong. So I didn't think he had starter stuff. I just felt like he gave off the.
But see, if we would have got another pitcher, Crawford could have been in the pen. Honestly.
Yeah,
but he's doing great. Yeah. Like I said, Crawford is doing great. He just needs to build up. He just needs to go longer. And I agree with Willie that with Andrew Bailey that will come.
Joelle,
he did better.
He did better.
Yesterday.
But every time he comes up, it makes me want to just throw up, because it makes me so nervous.
I know, but he got the outs yesterday. He did better. He did a lot better. Romy Gonzalez today, seeing him, he looked good.
Yeah, I liked him in spring training. He made that beautiful play.
He had some good plays. He had a really good hit. Like I said, they just caught it against the wall. It was an awesome catch. But I mean, he did well.
He's got some big
pick him over Bobby D any day.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, well, and I think he can fill them. He's I got to watch him at Polar Park. And
but he had some good plays today, and he had some good defense. He took his first at bat, he took a walk. He's got a good eye for the ball. He's I was impressed with him.
Yeah. So I'm excited about him.
How concerned are you guys about Devers?
I think I can't wait for him to be moved into the DH. Yeah, DH. He needs to be DH. That's my opinion on him. 3rd he's not cutting it there.
He struggles. He's not a good defensively. And I'm just telling you, you've noticed his swing. After he swings, something's off. He's not 100% Devers right now. It's either, and he either moves his shoulder, he pulls it down, but you can tell something's bothering him.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, because supposedly something with the pitch machine is like, that's what he said. He said it started hurting, but it seemed like it was hurting the night before. Whenever he did say that, it seemed like he had injured it the night before. So I don't know. That concerns me. I'm trying to think who else concerns me.
Well, if you move Devers to DH, what are you gonna do with Yoshi?
He can't. There's nothing.
I
That's
know.
why he can't do it. Yeah, and that's I mean, we can't do that. It's just, I think eventually in the future that's where that's going to go, as long as his shoulder is, whatever's going on, fixes. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Yoshida is actually would have been one of our only bargaining chips to get something else, except for he's not doing that good this year. Like,
He's struggling right now. He
yeah,
really
he's
is.
struggling.
And I love him.
Not like we could be like, hey, we can get another pitching. He can be part of a deal. I don't think anybody's going to want him.
He is struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll break through, but he is struggling at the moment.
And
he got a hit today, but he's.
And being as the fact that we're only 11, 12 games into the season. I mean, it always starts off. Well, I shouldn't say always, but we often see good pitching being ahead of good hitters earlier in the year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think, if I were you guys, I don't think I would.
The pitchers start getting tired and stuff, and then that's when
Well, the good hitters, the good to great hitters, are going to make the necessary adjustments.
Yes.
And it's not like he can't go. We know he can go out there and rake.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of him making it's just a matter of him making the adjustments.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about a lot of the pitchers getting injured? Something about like is it because of the velocity increase, or like, what do you think? Is it the grip? What are they doing? What is your opinion on what you think is causing these guys? Because they're just trying to,
I talked about that on my show today, and Tony Clark, the head of the Players Association, is the one that made the complaint about the pitch clock being the culprit. And I'm like, first of all, dude, didn't you play in the big leagues yourself? Yes, you did. Didn't you play in the big leagues when pitchers were going 7, 8 strong? I mean, like every other start. Yes, you were. And it kind of made me mad, because how are you going to say that it's the pitch clock when these guys are pitching way less innings? And you had the OGs, the Pedro Martinez's, the David Wells, the Roger Clemens, the Andy Pettitts, and the list goes on and on and on. Randy Johnson, everybody back then going 250, 270, 300 innings strong, and they didn't have these problems. They did not have these problems. So, Tommy John's surgery is the injury that causes you to have Tommy John is an injury that used to end people's careers.
Yeah.
Now these pitchers are coming back stronger and better than they were before. So,
because they have that one that's above, the newer way to do it, where they put like that sheath or whatever on top instead of the actual, and it's a little less invasive and faster recovery. So they have that too. So technology is definitely.
If you follow Pedro Martinez on Twitter, he had an interesting take on it. He had said that the analytics department has forced the young kids by pressuring them to have revolution, velocity, and spin rate. That's too much for baby ligaments. He said, when in the minors, I focused on working my ligaments. I never lifted heavy weights. Time has changed, and so has training. But if you want to become a pitcher, you should strive to learn the feel for pitching and the knowledge of what to do with the ball rather than throwing hard. And so he thinks it has a lot to do. And I agree with him that, they have with this velocity spin. And so they're pressure, and so they're, it's just like, I remember growing up, and my friends that were all boys, because I had a lot of friends I hung out with more boys than girls because I was a
Same.
tomboy. But anyways,
Same.
you know that, Mel.
Yep.
And they all played
The
baseball.
whole world knows it now.
Yeah. And it was like, back in the day, you didn't teach a curveball till they were this certain age, because it's bad. Now I have fourth graders who play Little League, and they'll come, oh, Miss Fuentes, yeah, my pitching coach, I'm throwing a curveball. And I'm like, wait, you're 9. You're not supposed to be throwing a curveball. Oh, they said it's okay. And I'm like, okay, I remember, my friends, you couldn't learn that till you were older, till your arm had developed, your ligaments had, because you were going to throw out your arm and ruin it. And I'm not kidding. Sports is such a big thing, baseball, football, and I'm not downing, I'm not bashing schools, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like sometimes athletics has taken over academics. Like, they want athletics. I've seen it as a teacher, and that they care more about the athletics than they do about the academics. And I see these kids, like I said, my fourth graders, that they're already teaching them this. And some of these high school kids are already throwing these pitches that they shouldn't be throwing yet, and doing these things. And then I'm like, but of course, all they're seeing is, oh, you're going to get us this win. And then when you graduate, it's like, oh, well, you're not our problem anymore. So, if you can't make it, or you're having Tommy John surgery by you're 20 years old, oh, well. And it's just sad because it's, but I mean, I remember when I was young and I was in school, there were certain things you couldn't learn. There's certain pitches they would not allow you to learn because you said your arm wasn't developed right. And now it seems like they don't care. They're it's more about winning and stuff. And so I have seen that firsthand.
Well, and not so much that, Chris, it's because when you have, okay, let's just go back and look at tonight's game, the Red Sox and the Orioles. When you have 3, 4, 5 pitchers, I mean, like Baltimore threw out there 4 pitchers, the Red Sox threw out there 4 pitchers. Okay. That's part of the problem. The specialization, or the quote unquote specialization that it is, or that it has become, in my opinion, is a sub result of everything that you're talking about in terms of these kids throwing curveballs, throwing knuckle curveballs, throwing these sweepers at the age of 10, 11, and 12. So by the time they get to this age, guess what? They can't go more than 5 or 6 innings.
Yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Definitely.
It does suck.
It does.
Because I'm like you. I grew up watching the pitchers go 7, 8 innings. You watching a pitcher pitch a complete game, and now it's like, oh, they give us 5 innings, we're good. And I'm like, what the heck? Pedro Martinez, like you said, Roger Clemens ran the big unit. We'd see them, and these were pitchers that were, and it's like, So I agree with Pedro. When I saw that he put that on Twitter today, I was like, I agree with him 100%.
And then also, when you think about it from this standpoint too, is I swear you guys must have been listening to me earlier today. Because
I did it. We are here.
Yeah,
that's just what it is. It is what it is.
And then something else I mentioned too was when you have, okay, there's 3 things I don't think we'll ever see again. I don't think we're ever going to see a pitcher strike out 3,000 batters. I don't think we're going to ever see a pitcher get the 300 wins. And well, that's 2 things. 2 things for pitchers from a pitcher standpoint. But what I'm saying is that when you have starting pitchers that are leading their respective leagues with 2, 3 complete games, I'm like, wait, what? I remember an age when, Bob Welch, Mike Norris, Vita Blue had complete games, 19, 20, 21 complete games in a season. And now these kids can't go past the 5th inning. But, baseball is baseball, and
I know.
We either love it or we hate it, or we love to hate it, or we hate to love it.
We can't help it. We are addicted.
A sock addict.
Sock addict. I got a disease.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good stuff though, ladies. I mean, because I think analytics, I do see the value in it, but I also see a lot of disadvantages to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think there
agree.
can be a happy medium. I could believe there can be where you use it for certain things, but it cannot be like them using these programs and stuff to come up with lineups and this and that. Like, I mean, we can't be letting like analytics cannot rule it all. I mean, it's baseball. It's useful. Don't get me wrong. There's some people that are all one way and all the other way. I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah, happy medium.
But I'm at the happy medium for sure. But yeah, it's gone a little crazy when they're not even watching. They're literally just looking at numbers. Some people, I know people that are literally like, oh, well, this is what it says. And I'm like, well, have you seen what he can do? Have you seen this? Like there's just something you see. If you've watched baseball your whole life, then you will see a player play a certain way and know that they're going to, what they're going to do, or at least believe what they're going to do. And you can't see that on paper.
Exactly.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Of course.
What Melissa said, of course.
No.
So
No.
what are three things in baseball that the three things in baseball that we have seen happen in history that you don't think we'll ever see again? Just three. Because there's like 50 of them to me.
Man, that's a hard
one. I
one.
agree with you about the pitcher and 300 wins.
You got me stumped. It's late.
Let me help you out.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're never going to see a batter hit 400 again.
Oh yeah, I agree.
We're never going to see, although we came close last year, but I don't think we'll ever see base stealers swiping 100 bags in a year like Ricky Henderson and Tim Raines and all of them used to do with frequent regularity.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is, I don't think we'll ever see Joe DiMaggio's 56 game hit streak broken. That's never going to happen. Never.
No.
And this is, for me, this is the beauty about baseball. This is the reason why I keep watching it. I mean, especially when my team sucks, right? This is the reason why I keep tuning
in. We feel you. We're there, and we have been there.
Well, at least y'all have a world.
Yeah, part of me feels like I'm never going to see the Red Sox win a World Series again. No, I'm just kidding.
But before
I'm kidding. I'm just
yeah.
But before 04, a lot of people in Red Sox Nation thought that back then, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
At least you guys have won 2 since the last time my team was even in the World Series. 1990.
Wait,
40
more than
30. What is that? That's what is that? 34 years ago.
34 years. 1990 would be 34 years.
We've had 4 since then.
Oh, I was a wee baby then.
Yeah.
I'm old now.
So that to me, that's the reason why I keep watching it, because I'm keep thinking that I'm gonna see something that I've never seen before.
Hey, and you might,
Yeah.
Maybe not this year. Hey, you never know.
I mean,
we're only 11 games in, guys. We can't give up this fast.
At least
I was giving up on our team. I was giving up on his team, not ours.
I know. The A's, 11 games in, they're done. With Willie, I'm sorry, they're fucking done. I'm just kidding.
Hey, no, we're 4-8, man. We're on a 4-game winning streak. Okay. Here's another thing too. I wanted to ask you guys, and I asked y'all this in the text message thread, and nobody responded.
Arroyo.
Who has the better hair, Arroyo or Johnny Damon?
I'll say Arroyo just because.
Definitely Arroyo. Yeah,
but I'm gonna say Arroyo.
No. I like Bronson Arroyo's hair way better.
I'm gonna say Arroyo.
Yeah, I don't like Johnny Damon. Looked like a caveman.
He got flowing locks though.
He always has a shot with him. He always has liquor.
Yeah.
He does. He's got those swollen locks, but I don't know. Bronson he's a cool guy. He's a musician. To me,
I'll still say it.
he's a cooler guy. He's a cooler guy to me.
Who is?
Not,
Damon?
No, Bronson.
No,
Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson.
Yeah,
Royal
Johnny Damon looks like he either just had a drink or is on his way to.
He's always no. Okay. Dang, I don't know if I can tell this story. I just know somebody like had to interview him. Like you don't know, and somebody was like, "Hey, he's really drunk. Like he had already drank before it even. I don't know who the somebody is, but somebody told me that story." Anyway, but recently, like they posted a picture of him yesterday, and he had day before yesterday. He had a shot in his hand. Like he's been arrested for a DUI, I believe. Like he's mug shots on the internet. Like you can see it. That's just it happens. It happens.
Kind of looks like mine. I'm just kidding. Mel says my wall makes me look like I'm in a mug shot because I've got just plain gray walls.
The gray walls, yeah. Christina's in jail.
We're not confusing him with Lenny Dykstra, are we? Nails. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
You, Willie.
I was just saying I thought it was really cool how those guys came together. They talked about how tight they were back in 2004.
Yeah.
They talked, and when those guys were in the booth, they were having a blast.
I know. I wish I'm gonna have to watch it because I didn't get to see all that because I was there.
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to watch it.
Yeah,
Keith was in there.
Yeah, he was in there, but he was in the booth too.
Who?
Keith.
Your guy.
Oh,
Keith.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy stuff in baseball.
Yeah. But I'm with you, Willie. That's why I watch it, because you never know what's going to happen. And I just love this game, even though they make me so mad. And half the time I'm yelling at the TV or screaming, "What the hell are you doing?" I can never turn away. Even when we're losing 20-something or whatever, I'm still there watching. I know there's no effing way, but I can't.
I can't believe that y'all are not using the cuss words that y'all usually use. What's wrong with y'all?
I don't ever cuss. I have no idea what you're. Look at her shirt. Look at her shirt says.
Baseball, fuck yeah.
Exactly.
My shirt says.
Exactly.
Yeah, red design.
But no, I believe me, there was cuss words today. I was like, "What the fuck are you all doing?" I mean, it was bad. I was like not happy with them, and I was just, I was just pissed. But I mean, but I'll be there for tomorrow's game and the next day and the next day, because that's what I do. I watch every single game.
Punishment. Yep.
You know what? You guys got a tough stretch coming up too.
Yeah.
We do.
I mean, like this weekend is who? The Guardians,
Don't we play
right?
the Angels again?
You know what?
We will play them again. I'm trying to think when it.
I think it's the Angels, and then the Brewers, and then the Guardians are all in there together.
Yes, after this, we play the Angels again in Fenway, and then it's the Guardians. 4 games with the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to Pittsburgh. Then we go back to we go to Cleveland to play the Guardians again, but over there. Then back home for the Cubs, and then the Giants, and then back on the road for the Twins.
So the Yankees aren't anywhere near.
They're in June. June is the first, right? We play them in June. Yeah, June. Yep.
It's like a game.
I just keep telling myself it could be worse. We could have the Astros record. We don't. So
isn't that crazy that their record?
That's crazy because Astros they're so it could be worse.
Yeah.
We could have their record.
I know. I'm like, what is going on?
And they managed to get a split against the Rangers last weekend.
I know. I was so mad.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, were you at that game? You were at one of those games, right?
No,
I didn't go. You didn't go?
But they lost again today to the Royals, so they're 4. So the Astros record. Okay. The Astros record is 4-9 because they lost to the Royals today. So they lost 11-2. So their record is 4-9. What's your record? Hey, look, you're as good as the Astros. You're as good as the Astros right now, Willie.
Hey, you're as
A's.
good as
That's right. That means we need to start beating on some trash cans too.
Yeah.
They got the Rangers
good as they are.
again. They've got the Rangers again this weekend in Minute Maid Park, and we know that the Astros cannot win at home.
They can't. They got problems.
So I think there's only two teams.
So do we right now, Mel.
I know. Hey, I'm not talking about that right now. I'm in denial. It's all good.
The Astros and the Yankees.
We better start winning at home too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get swept on the first home series of the year.
We are not getting.
We better not, because we're
I
not any better than them.
What did y'all think about? What did y'all think about Corbin Burns yesterday?
He is so
that
good.
dude. He is that dude.
So good. He is so good. I wish, because he was available like that, right? Like he was one of the people that was available.
He wasn't available because the Brewers actually traded him to the Orioles. Yeah.
Okay. I just know that I remember being like, wouldn't that be nice? But so would winning the lottery, you know.
Well, some people may think that having Corbin Burns is like winning the lottery.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's very good. Very good. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of hope for that's open for opening day at all. But today I thought we we did do better until
when we were up 5-0, that's the thing, they gave us hope with that Crawford
exactly.
Crawford got out of the two, the bases loaded jam, 2 innings in a row, 4th and 5th inning, and you're winning 5-0, you think, okay, that there's hope. And then that little by little, those little errors, and then they get 3 runs and it's 5-3, and then another error, pass ball, it's 5-4, and then before you know it, home run, and then you're like, motherfucker, this is shit. Fucking hope has left the fucking door.
She felt like she can't cuss around Willie at all. I know.
I try to hold it against Willie's here. Willie, you make me feel.
Show? Are we on Willie's show or are we on our show?
I forget. We're on our show. I can cuss. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, what did I do to make you feel like that? I didn't do anything.
No, I'm teasing Willie.
I'm still cracked up over that tequila thing. I can't. Every time I watch it, like I watch the video.
I'm so ready for all you hear is I'm so ready for tequila shots.
Tequila shots.
Fuck.
That was so classic and so amazing, and I'm so glad it happened.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah. That was classic.
That was classic. That was classic. Christina, classic Sox addicts. Classic, just classic. It was so good.
Yep.
That was good.
You would have thought that it was rehearsed.
I know, exactly.
No, that's just me. That's just what I really think on a daily basis. I can't wait to have a tequila shot. I'm teaching my kids in my head. I'm thinking, can't wait to have a tequila shot.
Man, I laughed so hard, and and it's the gift that keeps giving.
I'm gonna be old like Johnny Damon and carry my own damn shots.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I mean, well, that's if you have anything to do with the Red Sox, you probably want to drink, even if it was a long time ago. You still want to drink it. It's just something that happens.
Well,
part of the sickness.
I think it's pretty safe to say that probably holds true for all fans of all clubs.
Yes, of all of them.
Sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, I don't know.
I think we're gonna
win
wrap
tomorrow.
up.
Who's pitching first tomorrow?
Yeah,
I forgot.
How great? How?
Let me.
How?
You're right. I think it is How.
I had it up a few seconds ago.
I think it's How. Look, I got.
Oh no, Whitlock. It's Whitlock. It's Whitlock.
Oh, is it Whitlock? Yeah, Whitlock and Houck. Okay. This is our. Got this incredible Houck shirt. That one is one of my favorites. Okay. So, I got my Rob Bradford sent me this shirt. My baseball is a boring shirt.
That's right.
Yeah.
Say it loud for the people in the back wearing earphones.
I have that one. I bought it. It wasn't given to me, but I have it.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I got it.
Oh, and tomorrow's game is a early first pitch too.
Oh, what tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
What time is the game?
It's at. Oh, you know what? I lied. It's at 6 o'clock or
Oh, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock Boston time.
Yeah, I was about to say, huh?
I was gonna say no. It's
I might could go tomorrow. Maybe. Wait, yeah, because I get off at 5:30 and go straight there. Maybe we'll see.
Do it.
I'll see.
Do it.
I just don't like driving and having to park. But if I took like the T or something, I haven't done that yet. I'm kind of nervous about it.
How far is your place from the park?
Like 25 minutes drive.
But
it's the parking and paying. You know, that part's not fun.
It looks like parking out there is
yeah,
here.
Yeah, it's bad. And so I could take the T in, but I've never done it, and I kind of didn't want to do it by myself. I'm such a baby the first time, so I will do it. Once I do it with somebody one time, then I'll be able to do it.
Yep.
That'll be fine. I could Uber. That's actually not that bad either. Actually costs the same as parking. Like by the time you pay for parking and then pay to go there and back, it's about the same.
Mm-hmm.
But so
sounds like you got to figure it out. So we'll see you at the game tomorrow.
We shall. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm old now. I went to one game and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go. I got free tickets to the game tonight. I know I work. I have a job. Like, and somebody's like, hey, you can have free tickets to the game today. I tried to give them away on Twitter. No one even took up the offer. No one wanted the tickets because everybody was tired. But I was like, I had to work. I wouldn't have got off in time to go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's, but yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But I'm so glad that you were on. And like I said, you are welcome on anytime. Your family, so you are welcome.
That is what I was waiting for.
It's so funny because you're like, hey, you haven't had me on. And I'm like thinking, well, why haven't you been on? Like not thinking I had to invite you. I thought you just could show up.
How can somebody show up to a party they don't know where it is or what time it's at? Hey, I'm here to party.
I thought we were here. I thought we were like this.
I'm here
to read my brain.
I'm here to party. Where is everybody?
Yeah. Sorry. I haven't gotten all this figured out quite yet.
It's
I keep saying I'm going to plan out the episodes and have like a segment.
She's been saying that for forever.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm like, I need like somebody to be my director or whatever. Like, tell me what.
I could do that.
Yeah,
I could do that.
You have so much on your plate. You are not taking something else on.
I mean, I just love doing this, and I think.
If you want to just type out an outline or something real quick, like, and then send it to me, and then.
Are you gonna stick to it though?
I don't know. I don't know.
Nah, I just love doing this, and I think we all have a gift, and I really believe that this is something that we can all of us can do and fund our lifestyles by doing it. That I really believe that.
Wow.
It's just a matter of getting in front of the right people.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. That's that would be wonderful. So I wouldn't have to have a real job anymore.
That part.
I mean, yeah. So, all righty. Well, thank you for being on the show. Thank you, Bestie, for being on the show again. I know it was late and we're all tired. Well, I don't know. Willie seems fine.
I know. I'm the one.
Are you a night out?
I taught 60 kids today. I'm done.
No, actually, I would normally be asleep, but I was so excited about being. I was so excited about being a part of the Socks Addict podcast. I did a couple of lines before the show.
Oh, sure.
I'm just joking.
He is lying. He does not do lines or any drugs whatsoever.
I was just looking at the clock and she said, we're going to go after the game. And I was like, okay. And I was like, oh my God, this teacher is tired. Star tested all. No joke. I do have to. I know we're wrapping this up, but I just have to because this is like not even funny because when you star test, you're on your feet the whole time and you have to completely walk and monitor.
Oh, you're gonna
By
tell
the
us
end
your
of the
step?
day, I had 9 miles. I had walked over 20,000 steps just in my classroom.
Gosh,
And I
your
had
heels?
done 9 miles in my
Wait.
heels.
Wait. I have a video I'm going to share to this podcast, not today, but it is Christina on the treadmill in high heels, working out her high heels. That is how my bestie rolls, and I am proud to call her my bestie. She works out in high heels.
One day, this is from 7 in the morning
That's
till
insane.
2 o'clock.
That's
I had
insane.
already walked 9
That's
miles.
crazy.
That's a lot.
Whoa.
So
That's crazy.
I was out.
Yeah.
By the time I got home last night, I was dead.
Oh, I bet. I don't know how many I have no idea because I didn't have my watch on, but I walked a lot yesterday, but not that. Maybe because we did walk a lot, but maybe not that much.
But I'm
Probably
saying that's
5.
just in my classroom.
That's
the morning
insane.
monitoring.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Well, you do talk with your hands a lot. Sometimes that counts that.
No, during testing, you're not talking at all.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't be talking. Yeah, that's true. Man, then that's true.
I'm literally just walking like this with my
crazy.
hands like this, just walking down every aisle, making sure the kids aren't cheating,
Yeah.
Keeping them on thing, because we cannot talk to them during the STAR test. You
Don't
cannot.
let
So
'em
I'm
be
literally just
Astros.
pacing back and forth like this, and then
Lord,
by the end of the day, I was dead.
Like the more this episode goes on, I keep seeing myself. It's like my eyes are getting smaller, and I don't.
You would think I did a lot of shots already.
You would
and
think
I haven't even drank.
Smoked weed? No, it's just called being old and being tired. I'm like, my eyes just keep getting lower and lower. I'm like,
all right, we gotta wrap up.
Yeah, get you some merch, socksaddicts.com. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Willie, for being here. Go Sox.
Go Sox.